Fans, please join us in singing the Switchbacks anthem. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC are going to make a move in Group C this season. This is the time to do it. Match 2 of a 6-match homestand pits them against second place El Paso Locomotive. Good evening and welcome to Widener Field in Colorado Springs. Ryan Kaufman alongside Roland Vargas. And Roland, we take a look at the matchup between these two teams. The only game this season for the Switchbacks that didn't get decided by a goal or less was the last matchup between these two teams. Yeah, and the Switchbacks did a really good job coming back in that game, scoring the last 2 goals down in El Paso under terribly hot conditions, as it always is in border country down there, and this is going to be a really good matchup here this evening. Well, when you talk about El Paso, you got to talk about this guy, Nick Ross. He was the hero against Real Monarchs, and he's a guy that doesn't get a lot of pub rolling, as you've said in the past, but he can have the talent to do what he did against Real Monarchs. Yeah, he sure can. He does a lot of work in the middle of the midfield for El Paso. Former Cali Thistle player up in Scotland, Nick Ross. He's a tremendous addition, so much veteran leadership. He's going to push the Locomotive forward here this evening. Yeah, certainly a team with high aspirations, and Nick Ross fits right into that. A player with a wealth of experience at the international level, and he's one to watch tonight. And one to watch for the Switchbacks is a familiar face for Colorado Springs fans. Ronnie Argueta was pushed down the depth chart a little bit when Alan Koch came in, but the way he's played, Alan can't get him out of the lineup now. He's been so good. Yeah, so much energy, Ronnie Argueta. He'll go straight into the middle of midfield. He'll try to drive the Switchbacks forward when he can, but his main job is to hold in front of those defenders and lead his team with his experience and his leadership. Well, this series shifts to Colorado Springs, a matchup of 2 talented teams. We'll see how it shakes out tonight. Starting lineups and kickoff are next.
Fox 21's Loving Living Local is exploring outdoor Colorado in this awesome Jeep Wrangler, sponsored by Perkins Motors. And now is your chance to win big. Snap a pic of you enjoying the Colorado outdoors and upload it to fox21news.com. Plus, tune in to Loving Living Local for special stories highlighting our beautiful state. Then, at the end of the year, one lucky winner will receive a gift certificate for a 2-year prepaid lease on a brand new Jeep Wrangler from Perkins Motors. Show us how you outdoor Colorado.
The future of soccer in Colorado Springs is happening now. Join the Colorado Switchbacks FC, Fox 21, and SoCo CW as the move to a beautiful new downtown stadium begins. For the ultimate 2021 Switchbacks experience, go to switchbacksfc.com to purchase your $25 membership deposit now. Plus, a portion of the proceeds for downtown deposits will be donated to Care and Share Food Bank for Southern Colorado and the Senior Resource Council.
When we're united,
we give hope. We give help.
We give safety. We give shelter.
We give food.
We give faith.
We give care. We give answers.
At Pikes Peak United Way,
We know we are all
Stronger together.
Together we make tomorrow better.
And everyone in our community
can join with us today.
For United, we are stronger.
So please give today
the United Way. It's been dry in southern Colorado, and that means wildfires. I'm Fox 21 Storm Team meteorologist Emily Roller, and I know that seeing smoke in the distance can be quite concerning. We're not here to scare. We're here to help you prepare. Where exactly is the fire? Is it growing? In which direction is it moving? Will the weather make fighting the fire difficult in the days ahead? And is it possible that you might need to evacuate? It's the useful information you need in a way that respects your time and your intelligence. The Fox 21 Storm Team, weather without the hype.
Championship clubs and its players.
We welcome you back to Widener Field, getting ready for the Switchbacks and El Paso Locomotive, our Children's Hospital Colorado player walkout. As you take a look at the Switchbacks, let's take a look at the lineups tonight. First of all, for El Paso Locomotive, couple of familiar faces not in the lineup tonight, but they still have a ton of talent. Drew Becky is out, and also the player that we highlighted in the pregame, the hero against Real Monarchs, out as well. But as I said, still plenty of talent throughout that lineup for Mark Lowry. And for Switchbacks FC, little tinkering being done by Alan Koch as of late. Abraham Rodriguez gets back-to-back starts in net. He was very good against New Mexico last week. And Jordan Burt making his 150th appearance for the Switchbacks. We'll talk much more about that a little bit later. Roland, let's talk about the keys, first of all, for El Paso.
Yeah, the way they started against the Switchbacks in El Paso was tremendous. They're going to need to keep that momentum going in here tonight to Widener Field.
And for Switchbacks FC, how about them?
Well, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, they've got to use being at home. They got to forget about that last match and really key on the defense. Lean on that defensive foundation that they've got with their back four and their goalkeeper.
Ronnie Argueta said this week that once they get it going at home, they're going to get it rolling everywhere, and this is a great chance, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast, the second of 6 consecutive matches here at Widener Field for Switchbacks FC due to the truncated, geographically based schedule here in the USL Championship restart. As we get this one underway, Joan Servos with the ball, dribbling through a couple of defenders, and a whistle, and the ball will be brought back here. Committing the foul, a familiar face for Switchbacks fans, Saeed Robinson. Spent a couple of seasons here in Colorado Springs, has since caught on with El Paso.
Yeah, good to see Saeed back. 8 goals and 59 appearances with the Switchbacks over a couple years.
Off the restart here, Chris Reeves will have it on his own side of the field. Now up to the captain, Hiroki Kurimoto. Reeves looking to the near side. He'll fire towards Servos a little bit over his head, but Servos likes the idea, gives his teammates a little bit of applause. As now everyone's wondering what to do with the ball. Do I grab it? Do I not grab it? As we take a look at Mark Lowry, of course, in his second season, because El Paso is in their second season, made the Western Conference Finals last year, and it has a team that is primed to maybe take that next step, Roland, and get to the USL Championship.
Yeah, what a wonderful season they had last year. They've done some good things, El Paso. Bit of a hit and miss start, but last couple games they've pulled off some really good results, including against the defending champions in Salt Lake last weekend.
Switchbacks FC with possession. Ronnie Argueta with it. We talked about him in our pregame. Alan Koch tinkering, putting him in the lineup, but he's played so well that he's earned the right to be on the starting 11 on a daily basis, as Aiden Daniels plays this out to Joan Servos. Back to Daniels, the playmaker for Switchbacks FC, tapped away as Yuma got it out of Daniels' control. Switchbacks keep it. Now Argueta will play it back across midfield to Chris Reeves. Now out wide to Jordan Burt. 150th appearance. Really the face of the Switchbacks franchise. El Paso will play this one back to their goalkeeper, Logan Ketterer, who has been outstanding this year. Had a great year last year, 13 clean sheets, already has 3 this year, Roland.
Yeah, he's tremendous. Logan Ketterer, one of the better goalkeepers in the USL, former Bradley Brave in college out in Illinois. He's been just tremendous in the USL. Real linchpin for that defense, but a good win there by the Switchbacks.
And here's Aiden Daniels bringing it up in a shot and a save by Ketterer right on cue. Ketterer makes the save the first time he's called upon. Letting it rip where there was Luke Ferreira as we take a look at this again. And Ferreira got past the defense, and Ketterer, you could see, not happy that he had to make that save.
Yeah, just offering some constructive criticism to his defenders in front of him. It was a bad giveaway. The Switchbacks were quickly onto it. Good strike. It was moving around a little bit, but in the end, right at the goalkeeper. Good hands from Ketterer not to give up the rebound.
Now ball in the middle of the field here for Switchbacks FC. They'll play it out to Servos. However, Rubio with it. Ronnie Argueta coming back from his midfield position to take part. Rubio plays this back to Abe Rodriguez. Ball sent downfield, headed by El Paso. Trying to keep it in on the far side, they do. And the ball chipped down. Chris Reeves going to have to make a play on it, and he does. Rubio out to Burt. Burt looking up the field. He's going to play it forward. And nobody home for Switchbacks FC. This will be a goal kick for Ketterer.
Yeah, just looking for that run from Christian Valesky. In the end, didn't find it. Get a good look there. Head coach Alan Koch of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Of course, his first full season as head coach. Made a couple of appearances last year after taking over. 2-5-2 the record, and he stressed to me on my radio show this week that he understands the frustration about not getting results. Fans want the results, but he sees the process each and every day, and he sees a team that's going about things the right way. And once you do that, then the results will come soon after.
Yeah, and he's really trying to build a foundation here in Colorado Springs. I listened to your radio show last week. You wanted to stress that. I was the one, yeah. I kept refreshing the page to try to up your viewership a little bit.
Thank you.
But, yeah, no, head coach Koch, he's come in here. He's done a really good job. As we've talked about, he's trying to build something. He's got veterans. He's got young players. Got some returning faces, obviously, with Jordan Burt. And his team will have to defend now as El Paso looking to pin the Switchbacks in.
See if the Locomotive can test Abe Rodriguez a little bit more than they have so far, as this one played back to Ketterer. But as we talk about the process being right for Switchbacks FC and them being basically in every match, as Chris Reeves lets this one go and a little chip over just wide of the goal that very nearly made it 1-0. And a collective sigh of relief here from Switchbacks FC that it was not put in by Gomez.
Yeah, referee's assistant's flag up on the near side. It's a good job by Abe Rodriguez closing that angle. He was quickly off his line, just looking for the chip. In the end, it goes a little bit wide, but as we said, back for the offside. Abe Rodriguez will restart for the Switchbacks.
Now, I was saying, with the Switchbacks being in every match and the process being right, you still have to make some changes if the results aren't there. And one of the biggest ones that Alan Koch has made is inserting Abe Rodriguez into goal, his second match this season, as Andre Lewis dribbles it around. Out to Jordan Burt. Now to Reeves. To Kurimoto. Rubio, hassled by Robinson. That ball played up and cut off by El Paso. Good win by Ronnie Argueta. Plays it out to Jordan Burt. Burt has some guys in the box. He'll play it back. Back heel from Argueta was played out Now, maybe one pass too many there, Roland?
Yeah, it might have been, but brilliant from Ronnie Argueta to win that ball back. There he is right there for the Switchbacks on that initial tackle. Went straight in, won the ball, pinged it out to Jordan Burt, and in the end, that earns the Switchbacks a McDivitt corner kick.
This corner kick brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. We are in your corner. So taking this will be Luke Ferreira. Chris Reeves might be a target here. He's looks very active in the box. As Ferreira picks out his target, everyone begins to move. And now some pushing and shoving going on in the box. Still waiting for Ferreira to send it up. There it goes. Into the box, headed away by El Paso. Second head is a Switchbacks player. And Servos will serve this one in. And now it's shot by Daniels. Finds Valesky. Back to Daniels. Now out to Burt. Chipped in. Looking for Valesky again. And El Paso is going to head this one out for a McDivitt corner kick.
Yeah, good play again from the Switchbacks. Good hold-up play by Christian Valesky when he found the ball at his feet. Just with his back to goal, tried to lay that one off. In the end, well blocked. And as you said, second straight McDivitt corner kick for the Switchbacks.
Of course, McDivitt Law Firm. This corner kick is brought to you by them. We are in your corner. Ferreira will try this one again. Maybe wants a little bit more distance. He does. Headed out of play. I think that was the Switchbacks player that got his head on it. Maybe Jordan Burt, Roland.
Yeah, just trying to get that near post run again. Didn't work out. And then right in the middle, as you said, just being pushed off his spot there, Jordan Burt. But the Switchbacks will be able to pin the Locomotive in here with a throw in.
Yeah, so it went off of an El Paso player. The Switchbacks reacted like their possession was over. So here's Servos looking to get kind of a screen here from Aiden Daniels, and Daniels, as he tried to cross over his man, lost the ball, played back here. Running it down is Ever Rubio. 10 minutes into this one, no score. Second of 6 straight matches here at Widener Field for Switchbacks FC. If they're going to do anything this restarted season, they got to do it now with all these home matches, as this one ends up out of play. Throw-in coming from El Paso.
Yeah, see that one just skip off the surface. Unlucky. El Paso will restart with Macaulay King. English right back.
King gets this one in. That one deflects off of Luke Ferreira, so King will try to throw it in again.
Got a good career at Young Harris College down in Georgia in the Peach Belt Conference. Did King, gives that off to Said Robinson. Good hustle from Kurimoto, forces that ball to go over the top, and that'll be easy for Abe Rodriguez.
Rodriguez immediately directing traffic here. He'll play it short to Rubio. Back to Rodriguez. Looking for Jordan Burt. Missed the header there by Andre Lewis in position. It gets pushed down. That's a clear foul going against El Paso. And Jordan Burt takes great offense to what was done to his teammate Andre Lewis. Yuma there, the guilty party, as we take a look at this again. Clearly had the hands out. And Jordan Burt showing a little fire. Yuma having none of it. And now the head referee tonight, Laura Rodriguez, discussing with Jordan Burt that he doesn't need to retaliate in that way.
It was Andrew Fox with the initial challenge for El Paso, and as you said, Jordan Burt coming in, as always. Got to respect the mustache, and it's always a Burtiful day around here with Jordan Burt.
He's here all week, folks. Restart here for Switchbacks FC. Burt trying to send this one in. Taken away by El Paso. Robinson heads it out wide. King will come up with it. The pass to the middle, but the next one was blocked by Switchbacks FC. Here's King once again on it. Up to Saeed Robinson. You know he wants to score against his former club. Plays this one to the middle, tapped away. King giving chase, taken now by Aiden Daniels. Daniels dribbling out of traffic. Will earn a whistle and a foul called against El Paso.
Yeah, Aiden Daniels fouled 3 or 4 times there. Referee just waiting for advantage before giving that one for the Switchbacks. It's a good play from Aiden Daniels, tracking back. See a little tug on his shirt, gets a little clip on the ankle just for good measure. And there's our foul. Switchbacks will restart short. Bill from the back. Get a good look there at Dylan Maras.
Kurimoto plays it out wide to Servos. Servos to Valesky, now to Kurimoto. Back to Servos. Gets some space. Running down the near side, looking for a teammate to link up with. Andre Lewis a little late to the party, and this one will be headed out for McDivitt Law Firm corner kick.
Great push down the left wing by Servos, whipping that ball in, just unable to find a Switchback's head. And as you said, another McDivitt Law Firm corner kick.
McDivitt Law Firm, we're in your corner. Luke Ferreira will take this one, as he has all corners so far. Ferreira sending this one in, bounces right into the arms of Logan Ketterer. I don't think anyone really got good control of that ball.
No, and it came through a sea of bodies in the end. Easy for Ketterer. Good ball in from Ferreira, just bending away from goal, creating that space. It was Jordan Burt crashing in with the left leg, just unable to get too much purchase on that one, and in the end, easy save for Ketterer.
Now the Switchbacks committed a foul here. Hiroki Kurimoto going to get a talking to. Already Laura Rodriguez having to lay down the law on a couple of occasions. Play getting a little chippy here early in the first half as Kurimoto. Clear foul there.
Yeah, just a little late with that right leg. Once again, referee right on top of it. And once again, it was Yuma coming in with the discussion for El Paso. See the young Colombian Rebellion there. He took that foul. El Paso, good to get us back underway.
Now El Paso will try to the far side. Most of the action has been on our side of the field here. See if that side yields any better results for the visitors. Ronnie Argueta in traffic. Yuma had it. El Paso still with possession, now tipped away. Aiden Daniels to Kurimoto, up to Valesky, turns and gets tripped up by King. And now be a whistle here. I think Valesky wants a little bit more than just a whistle.
Yeah, we're a couple fouls there.
Yeah, I was just going to say Laura Rodriguez bringing King over.
Yeah, it was Aiden Daniels that was initially fouled. I thought that was maybe a worse foul than the second one, and that's what El Paso are arguing as well.
A yellow card has been issued to number 27, Macaulay King.
You know, Laura Rodriguez didn't have to have a long memory to remember the last time that King got involved in a play, so perhaps this is the message that she's trying to send to King, because this is a couple of fouls here that maybe skirted up against the line as Valesky was the one taken down.
It was a nice job turning the defender by Valesky, and as you said, King with his second foul in a row. He picks up the early Hanson Hot Springs yellow card. Macaulay King, young man that grew up in the Leicester City system in England.
Here's Ever Rubio trying to restart things for Switchbacks FC, headed away. Valesky and King again getting tied up with each other, and now King is incensed as he gets whistled again, and he's got to be careful with one yellow card already. As we take a look at this again real quick. Yeah, Valesky and King, that's going to be the matchup to watch as we move forward. This one getting a little bit chippy between these two. Abe Rodriguez will send this one far side, too high for Andre Lewis. Jordan Burt has control. Now Kurimoto to Lewis. Up to Kurimoto. Plays it forward, looking for Valesky, just a little bit short. Here's Ronnie Argueta. Now to the near side for Aiden Daniels. Pops that ball up. And that's got to be a handball.
You said it just a minute ago, things getting chippy. Now things are starting to get a little bit ticky-tacky out there. It was Yuma just plucking that ball out of the sky, calling his own fouls, as it were. Street rules there from the young Spaniard. And in the end, the referee agrees, gives the foul for El Paso against Ever Rubio.
Rubio from the Switchbacks. This caution is sponsored by...
So I think Laura Rodriguez was going to give El Paso possession before the ball was handled, because the Switchbacks fans wanted a handball, and now the Hanson Hot Springs yellow card being issued to Ever Rubio. For Rubio, that will be his third yellow card of the season. This one is sent Rodriguez, and he'll play it without much trouble. Feel like it's going to be a busy night for the officials here at Widener Field. Been busy already, as now it's taken away by Luke Ferreira. Ferreira to Valesky, trying to just curl it in, could not. And the fans wanted a whistle earlier in the sequence. And there again is Logan Ketterer upset with the guys in front of him. And it will result in a goal kick, which will give us a chance to let you know that since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit SelectSportAmerica.com. So now El Paso with it, trying to build things up. El Paso's second in Group C with a 7-point lead over Colorado Springs as Valesky takes this one away. Christian Valesky dribbling in, tried to beat his man, and it's taken away. Good job there by Yuma to take that one away.
Yeah, just drifted back into position, did the El Paso captain. He's back on the ball now. Did a good job winning that one back.
Yuma sends this one over the top. Rubio is there. To Servos. Now to Aiden Daniels. He has some green in front of him. See what he does with it. Gives it off to Lewis. Now Jordan Burt. Back to Lewis. Lewis, nice hesitation there. Gets away from a defender. A good team defending by El Paso.
Yeah, Andre Lewis just has to change roles a little bit here this evening, play a little bit more further forward than he's used to, right in front of that central two of Kurimoto and Ronnie Argueta. So far, he's done a good job. There's Argueta right on call, coming up, making the tackle.
Want to recognize one of the Switchbacks' big supporters, Colorado Computer Support, your IT professionals. Still nothing doing. 0-0 here between Switchbacks FC and El Paso. Saeed Robinson sends that one, very nearly changed the fact that there were no goals. Good ball in, just out of the reach of his intended target.
Sponsor of the Switchbacks.
And the Switchbacks will quickly restart.
Yeah, brilliant ball in from Saeed Robinson, trying to find Gomez there, who was lurking right on the doorstep. But just a hair too far in front of Aaron Gomez to be turned home, but a great pass from Saeed Robinson right across the face of goal.
And now here come the Switchbacks. Christian Valesky to Aiden Aiden Daniels. Daniels trying to play a ball through, finds Luke Ferreira. Ferreira shoots, and Kitterer makes the save. And as he parried the ball, it went out, so it will result in a Pikes Peak National Bank corner kick for Switchbacks FC.
Yeah, Ferreira just bending his run. Brilliant job there by the guys in the truck to get that replay. Stays onside, in behind the defense. Quick fire shot with the left foot near post, but Logan Ketter up to that. And as you said, Pikes Peak National Bank corner kick coming up.
Pikes Peak National Bank, bank well, be well. So Luke Ferrer going to take just all the corners this evening. From the near side, sends that one in. It was headed initially by El Paso, and I think it deflected off of Lewis.
It did, but then back again off El Paso, so it'll be our second Pikes Peak National Bank corner kick in a row.
Pikes Peak National Bank, Bankwell.
And just in case you didn't catch it the first time, bank well, be well with Pikes Peak National Bank. This one played in quickly.
That was a little extra from Daniels on the near side there, just making the move, dropping the shoulder, breezing right past the defender for trying to pass that ball across, and blocked out for our third corner kick in quick succession.
Third time's the charm, I've heard. Pikes Peak National Bank, bank well, be well. Here it comes from Luke Ferreira, headed away by El Paso. I think it's actually the fourth time, now that I think about it. Juan Servos with it. He'll send this one in, going far post. A lot of traffic over there, and that was going to be quite the effort from Jordan Burt with two defenders draped all over him to be able to play that ball.
Yeah, Burt just a little bit sandwiched out of it in the end.
Fans follow Switchbacks FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+ and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Servo's going to throw this one in to Valesky. Now Reeves, tough chance, able to get control and play it over to Burt. Now Burt out to Lewis. Now to Aiden Daniels. Up to Joan Servos. Servos to Valesky. Good build up here from Switchbacks FC. They'll have to retreat just a bit. Now Daniels over to Kurimoto. Here's Joan Servos taking it himself. Plays it right in the middle, and that one just off the foot of Christian Valesky. If he gets a hold of that one, I don't think even Ketterer is able to make the save, but just roll.
Yeah, very difficult ball for Valesky to control. A great run once again up the left-hand side by Servos. Rubio gets called for the foul.
Alan Koch must be pleased with some of these runs that his players are making.
Yeah, both wingbacks, Bird on the right-hand side, Servos on this near side here, right in front of our broadcast position. Done a good job pushing forward, supporting the attack when they can.
Now Chris Reeves takes that one away. Sends it downfield. Nobody there but Ketterer. And Michak Jerome also in the area, and Jerome will have it. As you can see there on the top left-hand corner of your screen, Switchbacks FC already earning 5 corner kicks, and we're 25 minutes in as a foul is called against Jordan Burt. So we take a look at this sequence again, and pretty clearly Jordan Burt coming in there, and easy call to make. Andrew Fox, the beneficiary. Here's Jerome. Over to Revelon. He'll get it back and get it taken away, and just a slight whistle there has stopped play. The Switchbacks were ready to break back the other direction in a hurry.
Yeah, just going to call that one a handball on Ronnie Argueta. Got a good look there at Yuma. Once again, in dialogue with the referee. Captaining El Paso tonight.
And it will be Yuma who will take this. Maybe. There he goes. Back to Jerome. Little ball, a little bit out of the reach of Jerome. Couldn't get to it. And the Switchbacks will throw this one in. Daniels to Servos, back to Daniels, and Syed Robinson mixing it up, able to take it away. Now Kurimoto repossesses. Here's Joan Servos again to Aiden Daniels. Daniels with two defenders tried to turn the corner. Now Servos sends this one right to the middle for Luke Ferreira, a little bit high. He had to elevate his leg there to take control, and it skips out for a El Paso goal kick.
Yeah, really difficult one to get on goal. Luke Ferreira just trying to open up that inside hip and guide that one goalwards, but in the end, out, as you said, for the goal kick.
Switchbacks just missing something in the final third. They've done a great job of getting past the defense, but we talked about how good of a goalkeeper Ketterer is. You got to make him work, and right now Switchbacks FC, even though they're getting past the defense, aren't making it difficult for the El Paso goalkeeper. Here's Hiroki Kurimoto to Lewis. Lewis settles down, passes out wide to Jordan Burt. Burt sending this one in, had Valesky going near post, and it skips away from him for another goal kick.
Once again, Valesky up against King. For Christian Valesky in the end, Logan Ketterer will restart.
Ketterer will place this one. Sends it over to the far side. Fox plays it forward, and Chris Reeves has a beat on it, plays it to Rodriguez.
Good high press from the Locomotive, but in the end, Switchbacks work their way out of it. Andre Lewis now with the ball.
Try to play it back to Reeves. A little bit out of his reach, but Reeves able to get there and then fire it off of a defender to earn the throw-in. And it looks like we're heading to our first hydration break of the evening with no score between El Paso and Colorado Springs, and of course that gives us an opportunity to recognize how big it is in the history of Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, as Jordan Burt will be the 5th player in the USL Championship to reach 150 appearances, of course the first for Switchbacks FC to do so.
Yeah, and he's joined by Jared Von Schaik from Charleston Battery, former University of Portland pilot. But what an achievement for Jordan Burt. We saw him recognized here before the game at Widener Field. Jordan Burt has had a good half an hour and change for the Switchbacks on that right back position.
And Burt really becoming the face of the franchise, so to speak, with how long he's been here and the roots he's putting down here. There's so many things he does around the community. Of course, we every year talk about Project 44 that he heads up. Really not only a big player for the Switchbacks, but a big member of the Colorado Springs community.
Yeah, he certainly is, and he's a huge huge player for USL Championship as well, just what he brings, his college experience and going forward. And we see now Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, what they've done recently. Loss against New Mexico, and then before that, that trip down to the Heat to play El Paso Locomotive. El Paso out to a 4-0 lead. In the end, Switchbacks got the last 2 goals, but it was too little too late. And El Paso got the 4-2 win.
And as you look at El Paso, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag, although the last 2 matches they have been on point, getting a late winner against Real Monarchs SLC last week, and then, of course, the aforementioned match against the Switchbacks. second and third place, these two teams in Group C. El Paso 7 points clear of Colorado Springs, so needless to say, 3 points for the home side would be quite massive as they try to run this El Paso team down. And after everyone gets hydrated, back to action here at Widener Field. It will resume with a throw-in for Switchbacks FC. And Jordan Burt will throw this one in.
El Paso really turned up the pressure, trying to press the Switchbacks deep in their own half. Good look at Christian Valesky. He's had a couple of half chances so far in this match. He's been living on that last shoulder of the defender, and the Switchbacks are going to earn a free kick just inside their half.
Switchbacks trying to restart quickly, but not in position here, as this will be a joint chiropractic free kick. Improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care is the joint chiropractic. El Paso able to take possession. They'll flip it over the top. Chris Reeves runs it down, plays it back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sends this one out. El Paso will have the throw-in. Take a look at Yuma. Now Andrew Fox throwing this one in. And now the Switchbacks start out. Ronnie Argueta with it. To Servos with two defenders on him. Trying to play it back. I don't think he got enough on it. And here's Syed Robinson. Slow up play just a little bit. Mares plays it across midfield. And here's Fox towards the box, taken away by Colorado Springs. Rubio to Valesky, couldn't hold. Now here's Mares again. Mares getting the pass back. Now out wide to Robinson, keeps it in play. Servos wanted the flag up, won't get it. Robinson back to King. King teeing it up and decides to just play it short.
Yeah, Switchbacks have a lot of numbers behind the ball, forcing El Paso side to side.
Feels like a little bit of indecisiveness as well from El Paso, as this one is sent in. Nobody able to get ahead on it. Now Servo's tracking it down, and he'll just play it out on the near side.
Yeah, under pressure from Syed Robinson. El Paso will attack again.
There's Revelon, nearly went down, gives it off to Yuma. Brent Coleman plays it out wide and then immediately gets the pass back. About 10 minutes left here in the first half, no score. Switchbacks have had more opportunities than El Paso has. That's the good news. The bad news is they have nothing to show for it as King and Valesky once again get tied up. Both players thinking that it's going against their counterpart, and this one will stay with El Paso as Valesky's called for the foul.
Yeah, and you mentioned that matchup would be one to watch earlier in the half. King, the right back, Valesky playing up top for the Switchbacks and drifting off sometimes into that left position for the Switchbacks. They've had a couple coming together so far, nothing too serious. Here is King trying to flick that ball on.
Here's Kurimoto to the middle for Argueta, gets a little push, then Ronnie with a little accentuation there doesn't get the call. And now El Paso breaks back the other direction. Ball played a little bit behind its intended target, and the Switchbacks will get a throw-in.
Argueta just holding that left ankle, shin area. See Jordan Burt encouraging his teammates just to play the ball a little bit quicker. Andre Lewis now with it, looking for Burt on the far side.
This one goes out, and the Switchbacks will get another throw in. And again, you have another El Paso player upset with the officiating. And Laura Rodriguez going over to have another conversation. And you have seen multiple players, sorry, Roland, you've seen multiple players on El Paso side blow up at some calls. And Rodriguez showing tremendous restraint here. We've seen other referees with quicker triggers when it comes to pulling out cards for that sort of thing.
Yeah, just trying to get in the middle, calm things down. As you said, Burt looking around the corner. Ronnie Argueta wins that ball back for the Switchbacks over to Lewis and then back to Burt.
And here's Burt with 3 white jerseys around him, and Lewis gets taken down. Quick restart, swinging it to the near side, and now Rodriguez is going to stop play, and now both teams are going to throw their hands up. While that's getting sorted out, we'll let you know not to miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Switchbacks FC. Then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores, plus get reminders on Switchbacks' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Off of the joint chiropractic free kick, King plays it up to Robinson. Robinson turns, gets some space. Give and go through the middle of the field. Now settling in. Pass out to the far side. Good help defense there by Jordan Burt coming in to help Andre Lewis as this one is sent in. Is it still in play? It is.
And a good clearing header from Ever Rubio for the Switchbacks.
Brand new lager house downtown, and they're celebrating with BOGO Pint with the purchase of a food item on Sunday and Monday. The Pikes Peak Brewing Lager House is located just blocks from the new
and this one stadium. Drawing another whistle.
Yeah, ever since that first half water break, it's been real difficult to get a rhythm in this match. You've seen a lot of little fouls, ball going out of bounds now and again. Abe Rodriguez just pushing his teammates forward. He'll come out and take this free kick for the Switchbacks. We've seen a lot of these sort of little niggly challenges go in the book. You talked about the choppy nature of this game a few minutes ago, and it really hasn't calmed down since.
And now 2 players getting tied up here, and that one's going to go against Switchbacks FC as Luke Ferreira got tied up there, I believe, with Andrew Fox. And it will be the home side without the benefit of the whistle there.
As if on cue, another whistle.
Here's King streaking down the near side of the field, waiting for reinforcements. Now Robinson sending it towards the top of the box. And good slide tackle there by Kurimoto. Now to Argueta, plays it up. Valesky pushing forward. Syed Robinson comes back to defend. Now Aiden Daniels has it. Both Robinson and Yuma, and Aiden Daniels splits them. Brings it to the middle for Lewis. Lewis down to Burt. Burt back to Daniels, and good defending there by El Paso as the fans were on their feet here at Widener Field. Thought that maybe this sequence would result in a goal. And it still might, but first we take a look at Aiden Daniels here.
Yeah, wonderful play from the Switchbacks. Great control from Aiden Daniels. Finally, that ball got worked right to Jordan Burt, just trying to pass it back to Daniels in the end. Well cleared out for a McDivitt corner kick for the Switchbacks.
McDivitt Law Firm, we are in your corner, and in that McDivitt corner is Luke Ferreira. Corner kick number 6. For Switchbacks FC, here's Ferreira. Low line drive, head away by Jerome. Not out of danger yet. Taken away for a moment by Argueta. Now he gets full control. And now taken away by El Paso. Yeah, you had a nice sequence there with Aiden Daniels moments ago, Roland, but you're spot on. The hydration break, I think, threw a wrench in the rhythm that this game was taking on, and we'll see which side can get it back in the last few minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good opening half an hour, but since then it's kind of calmed down a little bit. Obviously that move from Aiden Daniels notwithstanding.
Colorado Springs Utilities.
Once again, another foul just inside the half. Looks like Yuma's going to come over, and he'll restart for the Locomotive.
Now Lebanon with it. Out to King. To Robinson. Looking upfield. Good defending by Kurimoto. Now the ball gets under the foot of King. Robinson able to get there, sends this one in, knocked down by Switchbacks FC. And now a whistle here as the referee on the near side had the flag up.
Yeah, it just went too long for Said Robinson to keep that ball in. Good look at Aaron Gomez on loan from FC Juarez. He scored versus the Switchbacks on August 8th in that 4-2 win for El Paso. He's got 3 goals already for the Locomotive. Save Rodriguez will get us back underway. Hasn't been tested a lot so far. Rodriguez.
And he'll send this one to the near side to Valesky, battling with Gomez there. And now Jerome able to take it and play it back to Ketterer. Now Fox gets taken down by Lewis. That will be a foul.
The Switchbacks would like to thank Coldwell Banker and Pikes Peak Brewing Company for sponsoring tonight's match.
You take a look at Fox, has been in the mix quite a bit here this evening. Some calls going his way, some not, but highly involved. Balled it in the near side. King will patiently wait for it. And his pass a little bit wayward, and it'll be a throw in here for Switchbacks FC. And now the fans here at Widener Field giving a little bit of sarcastic clap here for King. They didn't take kindly to some of the antics from King earlier in this half, and now he's kind of the target of their ire. This ball was played back to Abe Rodriguez. We're being told here we're going to have about 3 minutes of additional time here at the end of the first half. And we'll get official confirmation of that shortly. El Paso pushing this one up. Over to King. Now Valesky on him. And this one goes out off of Valesky. Throw coming for El Paso Locomotive.
And as El Paso goes forward, they seem to do it on their right-hand side. They're reluctant to switch that ball over to the left. And you were correct. Our fourth official, Adam Zarin, showing 3 minutes of tick-tock shop, easy for me to say, stoppage time.
Switchbacks want to make the most of this. Lewis trying to run it down, and he won't get there in time.
Discover all the amazing things there are to see, do, and explore in Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA.
So 3 minutes of TikTok shop stoppage time here at the end of the first half. Overall, an entertaining first half. That man has been highly involved, Christian Valesky. As Ketterer plays this one short. Ball played over the top, nobody home, and this will end up on the feet of Abe Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez looking for Valesky. Valesky going to try and turn on his man and miss the header. Here's Servos. Now to Rubio. Argueta. Back to Rodriguez. And over both King and Daniels' head, out for a throw-in. King's pass knocked away by Valesky. Zaleski. And it was kept in for a moment by Servos, but then it goes out. Servos might have been out anyway. But either way, it's a throw-in for El Paso.
Once again, good look at Macaulay King. As you said, very involved early in this match. Picked up that early Hanson Hot Springs yellow card.
And now Kurimoto riding up the back there of Rebelon, and that will be a foul going against the Switchbacks captain.
Played for head coach Mark Lowry down in Jacksonville with the Armada. Did Rebelon along with Gebhardt, Castellanos, and Yuma. This is a good opportunity here for El Paso just to clip this ball, land it right in between goalkeeper and that high line that the Switchbacks are holding right at the edge of their 18.
This one fired on by Yuma. It was blocked out front by Switchbacks FC, and now the ball going out to the far side. El Paso will have a throw in. A little urgency here, not much time left. And now El Paso line their preferred throw-in taker, and that will do it. End of the first half, Switchbacks FC and El Paso tied up at 0-0. No one able to break through. We'll take a break, come back, and have much more from Widener Field in just a moment as you take a look at Jordan Burt halfway through his 150th appearance as a member of Switchbacks FC. The teams go to the tents. We go to break scoreless for this.
The future of soccer in Colorado Springs is happening now. Join the Colorado Switchbacks FC, Fox 21, and SoCo CW as the move to a beautiful new downtown stadium begins. For the ultimate 2021 Switchbacks experience, go to switchbacksfc.com to purchase your $25 membership deposit now. Plus, a portion of the proceeds for downtown deposits will be donated to Care and Share Food Bank for Southern Colorado and the Senior Resource Council.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs.
Everybody on the floor now!
My, what a lovely tattoo you have.
I always love the wolf.
So say your prayers.
No one was supposed to die.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. Little pigs, little pigs, little pigs, little pigs.
When we're united,
We give hope. We give help.
we give safety. We give shelter.
We give food.
We give faith.
We give care. We give answers.
At Pikes Peak United Way, we know we are all
Stronger together. Together we make tomorrow better.
And everyone in our community
Can join with us today.
For united, we are stronger.
So please
do today the United Way.
Hello?
The castle's on fire. You need to get online right now.
I'm really sorry.
Would you be interested in marrying me in the game?
Maybe you're in love with each other. You've gone psychotic. So happy with my choices.
Dead pixels.
Watch Tuesday at 7 on SoCo CW.
Halftime here at Widener Field. No score. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and El Paso Locomotive FC. Ryan Kaufman alongside Roland Vargas. And Roland, there is a theme both with the Switchbacks and the USL Championship. So much young talent. And as we highlight some of those homegrown talents, look at that. Denver, Colorado Colorado Springs, Broomfield, Lafayette. A lot of good young soccer players being produced in this state.
Yeah, they certainly are, both on the men's and women's side in the professional game. You see there some of them who are on the books at Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and also up in Denver with the Rapids. Austin Doing may well get a chance to see him here this evening for the Switchbacks. Abe Rodriguez starting in goal, as you said, from Broomfield, started the last match. He started 16 games last year for the Switchbacks, but a ton of talent starting to come through the pipeline here in the state of Colorado, both on the men's and women's side in the professional game.
Yeah, and on Abe Rodriguez, Alan Koch telling me this week that he believes that Rodriguez is a big piece of the Switchbacks' future, and I think the same can be said for all 5 of these young men. Austin Doing, Rodriguez, we've seen quite a bit. Padilla, Cortez, and Wallen, we got to wait a little bit longer, but their time's certainly going to come.
Yeah, it certainly is. Cortez is a goalkeeper for the future. He looks to follow in those steps of Abe Rodriguez. And then you look around the USL Championship, ton of talent led by Efrain Morales, hometown player from Atlanta United too. And Leo Torres from San Antonio FC's first player to go through the entire San Antonio FC system. Wilson Harris, striker with Sporting Kansas City 2, featured in the new Bleacher Report series on the academy system here in the USL Championship. Francis Jacobs at Orange County SC, youngest ever signing for that club. And again, he's featured in a Path to Glory documentary. Caden Clark for the New York Red Bulls 2. He's from the Barcelona Youth Academy before making his way back stateside. Already 7 appearances and 3 assists for Caden Clark.
Well, right now, speaking of the USL, we want to bring you a little some from them, and then we'll be back with more from Widener Field in just a moment.
The USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
Dr. Champus, U.S. Soccer has recently instituted the Play On campaign. Try and explain what this looks like in the grassroots communities around the country all the way to the professional level.
Yeah, Mike, I think it starts first and foremost with each of our stakeholders, whether you're a club, a coach, a parent, a player. It starts with setting a tone. It starts with setting a culture and really setting realistic expectations, understanding that COVID is a virus is going to be with us for an unknown amount of time. The guidelines are very basic and fundamental. What Play On has really created is a single voice and something that all of us can point to as a safe and responsible way that our kids can develop, continue to play the sport, can come together in a very responsible way under the guidance of local, state, and national guidelines that really can be one that highlights our sport across the country and in the world. And Play On has demonstrated, I think, over the last 2 months, a very consistent message. And that hasn't changed.
Dr. George Champus, Chief Medical Officer for U.S. Soccer, thank you for not only your time now, but also the work you and healthcare heroes around the country have done over the past months.
Welcome back inside Widener Field. Switchbacks in El Paso, Locomotive tied 0-0. We'll take a look at some USL news and notes. The 50 milestone, Evan Newton with 50 shutouts for Indy, former Old Dominion University Monarch, and Sacramento Republic's Cameron Iwasa with 50 goals for Sacramento Republic. USL strikes a deal with Flow Sports to broadcast the USL Championship down in the Caribbean. We see a Caribbean player on display here with Michak Jerome, the young Haitian, and Reno 1868. They're rising. Corey Herzog moves into third all-time in American play for Reno 1868, former Penn State Nittany Lion, spent some time all around this league. New York Red Bulls, Wilmington Hammerheads when he was on loan, Tampa Bay Rowdies, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, St. Louis FC. Now he's made his way out west to Reno 1868 as we take a look around the league. Now the USL Championship Team of the Week. We'll get confirmation of that here in just a moment. There it is. Newton in goal. King, Apollon, Yearwood, Crognale, Quinn, Lewis, the player of the week, Baez, Kelly, Formea, and the aforementioned Corey Herzog with Reno 1868, your USL Championship Team of the Week. And we'll look around the USL Championship on this rather warm, rather smoky Saturday here in Colorado Springs. Pittsburgh Riverhounds 2-1 lead at halftime over St. Louis. Birmingham Legion, they're down 2-1 to Memphis 901 just after the hour mark. Tampa Bay Rowdies up 2-0 against Atlanta United 2. And Sporting Kansas City 2-0 at halftime. They lead over the OKC Energy. And we'll look around the league as well with some upcoming games in the USL Championship. As always, those games can be found on ESPN Plus. Tonight, Galaxy 2, Orange County. Also tonight, the Monarchs and New Mexico United. San Diego Loyal against Reno 1868. Las Vegas Lights in the late one, hosting Phoenix. Sacramento Republic as well, Portland Timbers, and we go out to Ryan Kaufman with a very special guest. Take it away, Ryan.
Well, thank you very much, Roland. I am here with Chris Luchin from Coldwell Banker, one of our sponsors of tonight's game. Chris, great to have you on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, we're all kind of counting down to 2021, aren't we? The downtown stadium coming in March. What does that kind of thing happening to downtown mean for Coldwell Banker and also the Colorado Springs community?
Well, the new stadium downtown is going to really change the face of our city. It's going to bring a vibrant downtown. We're super excited about it. And Coldwell Banker couldn't be prouder to be a part of it. So yeah, I'm excited.
Right, and like the Switchbacks, Coldwell Banker, obviously a pillar of this community. You guys are heavily involved in the community. What are some of the things you're trying to do now? Of course, it's a different time, right? But you're still doing a lot of stuff for the community. Tell us about that.
Yes, we are. You know, we support some organizations like the American Heart Association. We do an event every year called Cycle Nation, and it's an amazing event that supports the American Heart Association and the American Stroke Association.
That's great.
And we also like to help out at Care and Share because that's an awesome place. So.
And certainly during these times, Care and Share Food Bank, that's certainly one of the best nonprofits we have around here. Well, Chris, really appreciate it. I'm sure real estate market good right now, so if you need a new home, give my man a call over here, Chris Luchin.
The real
really
estate market's hot, man. Yep. It's amazing, and I have some amazing agents that work at my office. So,
well, really appreciate you coming out tonight. Chris Luchin of Coldwell Banker will be back with the second half after this.
Thank you.
When we're united,
we give hope. We give help.
We give safety.
We give shelter.
We give food.
We give faith.
We give care. We give answers.
At Pikes Peak United Way, we know we are all
stronger together. Together we make tomorrow better.
And everyone in our community
can join with us today.
For United, we are stronger.
So please give today the United Way.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs.
Everybody on the floor now!
My, what a lovely tattoo you have.
I always love this.
So say your prayers.
No one was supposed to die.
I got the devil in me.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. Little pigs, little pigs, little pigs, little pigs.
It's been
dry in southern Colorado, and that means wildfires. I'm Fox 21 Storm Team meteorologist Emily Roller, and I know that seeing smoke in the distance can be quite concerning. We are not here to scare. We are here to help you prepare. Where exactly is the fire? Is it growing? In which direction is it moving? Will the weather make fighting the fire difficult in the days ahead? And is it possible that you might need to evacuate? It's the useful information you need in a way that respects your time and your intelligence. The Fox 21 Storm Team, weather without the hype.
The future of soccer in Colorado Springs is happening now. Join the Colorado Switchbacks FC, Fox 21, and SoCo CW as the move to a beautiful new downtown stadium begins. For the ultimate 2021 Switchbacks experience, go to switchbacksfc.com to purchase your $25 membership deposit now. Plus, a portion of the proceeds for downtown deposits will be donated to Care and Share Food Bank for Southern Colorado and the Senior Resource Council.
Fox 21's Loving Living Local is exploring outdoor Colorado in this awesome Jeep Wrangler, sponsored by Perkins Motors. And now is your chance to win big. Snap a pic of you enjoying the Colorado outdoors and upload it to fox21news.com. Plus, tune in to Loving Living Local for special stories highlighting our beautiful state. Then, at the end of the year, one lucky winner will receive a gift certificate for a 2-year prepaid lease on a brand new Jeep Wrangler from Perkins Motors. Show us how you outdoor Colorado.
Ready for the second half of action. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and El Paso Locomotive FC tied at no goals apiece as we take a look at the rest of the statistical information from the first half, and everything coming up Switchbacks rolling, but we've seen this story before where this team has in every category outplayed their opponent except the most important one.
Yeah, but the Switchbacks did a really good job. They pinned El Paso in their half. I thought in the opening half an hour, it's about as well as I've seen the Switchbacks play for a sustained 30-minute period so far at home this season. I thought they were really good. They had corner kick after corner kick against El Paso, and then the game got a little bit chippy. El Paso had some chances as well. Very even on those stats in terms of possession, fouls, things like that. And in the end, 0-0. That's the stat that matters. We're just about ready for the second half.
And right on cue, we get it underway. El Paso starting with possession here. But you saw that 6-1 shot differential. Now you look, the quantity was there, maybe not the quality. So a little bit of a misleading statistic. But what it does tell you, Roland, as a foul is going to be called here on the near side, is that the Switchbacks have been the better team through 45 minutes. Now it's just a matter of them being the better team through 90 minutes.
Yeah, they might have to weather an early storm here from El Paso. This is a good opportunity for the Locomotive. Put the Switchbacks under some pressure early on in this second half. Joint chiropractic free kick, our first of this second 45.
Yeah, the joint chiropractic, improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care. Couple of El Paso players over the ball. Dylan Morris, one of them. Looks like the most ready to strike, and now you will get Andrew Fox peeling off. So Morris sends it in, and this one was headed by a member of the Switchbacks, and it's going to result in a McDivitt Law Firm corner kick for the visitors.
Yeah, it just needed to be helped on, as you set out behind for McDivitt corner kick.
McDivitt Law Firm, we are in your corner as Mares will head to that side of the field to take this corner kick. As lopsided as the shot differential was in the first half, the corner kick differential even more so. El Paso going to be looking to earn some more of these throughout the next 45 minutes. Mares with a hand up, sends this one into the box, headed away by Servos.
Yeah, good header at the near post from the Switchbacks left back.
And Jerome's pass a little bit too far out of the reach of Andrew Fox, and the Switchbacks will get possession as we welcome you into Widener Field. Final season here at the Switchbacks' original home as they will now make their way downtown for the start of next season. One of a few brand new soccer-specific stadiums that are being built across the league. Just another indication how bright the future is for this sport and also this league. Chris Reeves will play that one up to Jordan Burt. Syed Robinson and a couple of our other El Paso players wanted the whistle to go against Burt. Thought he was out. Doesn't make any difference because El Paso ends up getting possession. Morris with it in the middle of the field. Trying to thread it through, and Kurimoto knocks it away. Throw incoming. Good look at the captain, Hiroki Kurimoto. First year with the club, which should tell you something about the way his team thinks of him if they thought that he was deserving of wearing the armband in his first season. To the near side now, El Paso with it. Tapped away momentarily by Lewis, and now a wayward pass here will lead to a throw-in for Switchbacks FC.
You can see once again the high press from El Paso Locomotive, trying to pin the Switchbacks in the corner. Jordan Burt might look up the line with this one, see if he can get a flick on.
Certainly winding up for it. Throws it in, Yuma with the header. A couple more El Paso headers. And now a whistle here as I think Ronnie Argueta committed a foul.
Yeah, I believe just going to be called for that high boot. This is a really good opportunity, though, for El Paso Locomotive.
Yeah, perhaps their best opportunity of the match on this joint chiropractic free kick. Morris standing over it again. As you can see, Ronnie Argueta not pleased with the call. Abraham Rodriguez lining up his wall. The joint chiropractic, improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care. Now Yuma in the mix. He's going to peel off. And it will be Morris's free kick to take. Chips this one in, far post, headed by El Paso, but not in the direction of the goal. And now the ball goes out for a goal kick. It's a tough angle. I mean, you're so close, and then you're also trying to get it to the far post. Tough chance by Morris. I thought he did the best he could with it.
Yeah, just trying to clip it, as you said, toward that far post, looking for his teammates to crash the goal. In the end, it was well defended from the Switchbacks. Abe Rodriguez goes long, and El Paso will attack again.
And now Servos gets cleared out. He goes down in a heap. And coming in is Lore Rodriguez.
Yeah, it wasn't brilliant from Rebellon. He's going to pick up the Hanson Hot Springs yellow card. That was a real strong challenge on Joan Servos. Young Colombian coming in a little bit late, just a little bit high. You'll see it right here. Just catches the top of the foot.
And maybe some contact as well up in the thigh area from the knee. But either way, it's going to result in a yellow card, a Hanson Hot Springs yellow card to Brian Rebellon, and this will also result in a Centura nod to the dock. Penrose Ortho Centura nod to the dock. But it does look like Servos is going to be okay. He's going to stay in. And after all that, we'll have a restart. Couple yellow cards now for El Paso, one for Switchbacks FC. Chris Reeves with it, has Syed Robinson pressing, plays it back to Rodriguez, and very scary moment there if you're a Switchbacks fan, as Syed Robinson was able to get his foot on the ball but not able to get it past Rodriguez. And now back the other way comes Colorado Springs. Into the box they come, across the face of goal, but stopped by Ketterer.
Yeah, such a good goalkeeper. Logan Ketterer didn't give up the rebound on that one. It was a good job by the Switchbacks, breaking down, getting in behind El Paso. Ball out to the far side. Frere trying to ping that one across. It was Andre Lewis making the run down the center. In the end, good goalkeeping from Ketterer.
fans, follow Switchbacks FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Here comes El Paso. One diving tackle missed by Switchbacks FC. Fox will try to send that one through. And now far post, just out of the reach of its intended target.
Game really starting to open up now. Let's get about 10 minutes into the second half. Just trying to curl that one into the back post was El Paso. In the end, just kind of spins wide for a goal kick for Abe Rodriguez. Good look at Chapa Herrera, El Paso native. Had a couple goals in that game against the Switchbacks on August 8th down in far west Texas, did Chapa Herrera. But been held quiet so far this evening as Yuma's going to get us back underway here at Widener Field.
While we have a moment, want to recognize our Jack Quinn's Irish Pub fans of the game. And some deep soccer conversation going on there. Our Jack Quinn's Irish Pub fans of the game.
Geico, more than just car insurance.
We look forward to the day where we can have more fans here at Widener Field. But the fans who have been here, loud, engaged, have really created as much of a home field advantage as you could expect with the limited capacity to adhere to local health guidelines.
Nice touch on the far side by the Switchbacks, bringing that ball down. Zaleski trying to help it on initially. Now back to Daniels.
Daniels plays this one down. Switchbacks FC might have something brewing here. Luke Ferreira on Yuma, tries to spin away from him, now stops. Takes some contact, that's going to draw a whistle, and that's exactly what Luke Ferreira wanted.
This free kick scoring opportunity is brought to you by the Joint Chiropractic.
So it will be a Joint Chiropractic free kick, improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care.
Switchbacks will bring both their center backs forward, Rubio and Reeves. Stride forward for this one.
Lewis and Daniels both over the ball, contemplating, pondering, wondering, planning. And it will be Lewis who will take this one. Jordan Burt looks ready to crash the far post. Lewis might be looking his way. Ketterer ready, fans getting loud. Here comes Lewis, chips it in, going far post for Burt, got his head on it. And then El Paso able to bicycle it out of the area. And now a ball out of play will go to El Paso.
It was about all that Jordan Burt could do from that angle. Ball just a little bit over his head. He was trying to crane his neck, flick that one back across the face of goal. In the end, well defended from El Paso.
Switchbacks pressing high here. Trying to force a bad pass. Create an opportunity off of that. Now Rubio. Out wide for Servos. Jordan Burt calling for it. Will get the pass on the near side. Up to Ronnie Argueta. Back to Burt. Now to Lewis. Good overlapping run here. Lewis trying to send it in. That one was blocked. Very nearly a handball, and Ketterer will come up with it as the ball comes to him.
It seemed like it flicked off the elbow. Right there, certainly did. Off that left elbow of Andrew Fox. Switchbacks unlucky not to get that call. Jordan Burt now with the ball for the hometown team. As he sees that one just ricochet right back off him and out for an El Paso throw in.
As we take a look at our USL featured match coming up this week, Las Vegas Lights FC and Orange County SC. That's a 10 Eastern, 8 Mountain Time start on ESPN Plus. As now the Switchbacks have control. Christian Valesky heavily involved in the first half, trying to affect things here in the second. Luke Ferreira with it on the far side. Feints like he's going to take the cross, and his pass taken away by Morris. And then right back to Ferreira. Those two guys don't play on the same team, though. Now Rubio back on his half of the field. You really feel like one goal is going to decide this thing, as both teams doing a very good job of taking away time and space in the attacking end. Not many great chances for either El Paso or Colorado Springs here this evening. King and Valesky, feel like I've said that before. Battling on the far side, ball goes to Ketterer. Calling for it and receiving the pass on the near side is Fox, and he can't handle it. Fortuitous for Switchbacks FC. They're going to get a throw in. They'll go to Burt. Reeves to Rubio. Now to Servos. Throw incoming. Ball play back to Rubio. Now to Rodriguez. Be interesting to see what moves both of these coaches make in the second half, Roland.
Yeah, there's attacking talent on the bench from both clubs. We mentioned Austin Doing during the halftime segment. See if he gets the nod for the Switchbacks. They've got a lot of subs warming up on the far side of the field as we speak. Just a little shove there. Referee once again right on top of it was Kylman coming up from his center back position. Young player on loan from Minnesota United, former Creighton Blue Jay, just being drawn out of that center back spot, giving away the foul. Switchbacks will take their time with the restart.
Daniels over this thing. It will be a joint chiropractic free kick, improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care. Going far post, headed by El Paso first, now cleared by Locomotive. And a couple of hops into the Switchbacks bench. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Switchbacks FC, then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores, plus get reminders on Switchbacks' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club.
And right on cue, Switchbacks will make that change. Austin Doing going through his final paces on the far side of the field, about ready to check into this game.
Our voices do carry a bit here at Widener Field. Perhaps Alan Koch heard you. Ball sent in. Stopped by Jerome. Sends this downfield. Switchbacks back on it. Now to Andre Lewis. Lewis stepping away, gets a little contact, and will get the whistle. And this will be a good spot for Switchbacks FC.
This free kick scoring opportunity is brought to you by...
So bring up another joint chiropractic free kick. The joint chiropractic improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care. And we'll also have a substitution in the meantime. It will be Austin Doing, the local product. Went to Air Academy High School, played his college ball at the United States Air Force Academy, and signed his first professional contract with his hometown club.
Salgado is going to check in as well for El Paso. Omar Salgado, another El Paso native, first ever signing for the Locomotive. Get a good look at him there. First overall pick of the 2011 MLS Super Draft by the Whitecaps of Vancouver.
So Salgado in to the match for El Paso, a UCCS substitution, and now the aforementioned Austin Dewing, who apparently will wait here, give Aiden Daniels a chance to take this free kick. I mean, this is straight on Ketterer, and he'll try to fire it through the wall, and that rarely works out. And here, no exception, as it ends up going out. And I think one of the El Paso players took that one hard. Maybe got a little shot in the back here as the Switchbacks were trying to break through. Ibrahim Revelon, who grabbing his kidney area a little bit.
Those two know each other from their days up at the United States Air Force Academy. Austin Dewing, our fourth official, Adam Zarin. Shout out to his mom, Carolyn Zarin, as always. There is Austin Dewing, as you said, Air Academy High School, and making his way to the Air Force Academy.
We talked about him, one of the handful of very young but talented players that Alan Koch has brought into this club with local ties.
And I think he's had a really good start.
For Daniels, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think he's had a really good start to this season. Austin Dewing, showing it both off the bench and when he gets the starting nod. Adds a lot of energy, a lot of pace for the Switchbacks. He can get in behind just about anybody. Now he'll go straight in and lead the line early on for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
And of course, I should correct myself. Austin Dewing, one of the young players with roots here, but signed before Alan Koch took over the club. So he's been here for a couple of years now. Lewis plays it back to Kurimoto. Over to Servos. Servos tees it up, sends it in. This one touched first by a member of the Switchbacks, then off the post it goes.
Desperately unlucky for Christian Valesky, turning that ball goalwards, just seeing it crash right off the center of the post. In the end, the referee's assistance flag was up on the near side, wouldn't have counted, but a little bit frantic, a little bit helter-skelter there on the defending for El Paso, and you see this ball is just going to fall to Christian Valesky. He's going to turn it goalward, beat Ketterer, didn't beat the post.
Perhaps the best opportunity this evening, although as Roland mentioned, the flag was up. But nobody knew that until the last moment. Ball going out, Switchbacks say it's theirs. Referee disagrees. Lewis trying to force it off of Fox. I can get the call there.
Good hold-up play from Salgado. Turned the defender, ends up picking up the foul.
Now Salgado, with his size, very difficult to contain. You have to get physical with him, and there the Switchbacks a little too physical. And this will result in a joint chiropractic free kick. The joint chiropractic improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care.
Feature for the U.S. on the international level, Omar Salgado at under 17, 18, under 20, and under 23 levels. And he'll look to get on the end of this free kick, just lurking right at the edge of that 18 where the Switchbacks once again holding that high line.
Morris will take this one. Going towards Salgado, is headed by a player from El Paso, ends up going out for nothing more than a goal kick. Switchbacks have played well here against a team that really took it to them just a couple of weeks ago. So there you look, and again, it's progress and it's the process here. You see how much improved the Switchbacks are from the last time these two teams played. You could say that for New Mexico as well, how much better they played. Alan Koch just hoping for some results to kind of show everybody that the progress has been made as a Switchbacks player is down near the middle of the field.
This injury stoppage is brought to you by Centura Sports Medicine.
That's Luke Ferreira down maybe.
Fox 21 News right now.
Took some contact on his side of his face. Got hit by in the ear, perhaps. It will be a Penrose Ortho Centura nod to the doc.
Switchbacks trainer Andrew Peters out.
Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Looks like Luke Ferreira might be coming off here, maybe only for a moment.
Yeah, just because it was a head injury, I believe. That's why the referee blew a stop to things. Hopefully Ferreira is going to be all right. Getting a talking to from his head coach before Adam Zarin lets him back onto the field.
Meanwhile, Jerome gets us back underway. A little over 20 minutes left in this one. Nothing between El Paso Locomotive and Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Jordan Burt heads that one out.
Encore Electric, the premier Colorado Electric.
Here's Fox. Rebelon now swings it to the far side. Back to Jerome. Up to Yuma. Ball out of play, stays with the visitors.
It's a nice little turn from Yuma, gets back on the ball here, helps it down the line. Tonight's captain for the Locomotive, young Spaniard.
Here's Fox, his pass picked off by Lewis. Lewis then gets it taken right back. Good play by Morris. Ball coming here to the near side for Fox once again. Salgado trying to turn Chris Reeves, sends this one into the box. Good defensive play by Argueta. There was an El Paso player that still got his foot on it after Argueta made the stop, and it'll go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, ball just spiraled up in the air, could have gone anywhere in the end. Well over Abe Rodriguez's crossbar. He'll get us back underway. Salgado's made a difference, though, since he's come on with that physical presence that you've talked about, leading the line for the Locomotive after being introduced to this game.
Argueta trying to guide it with his chest to Lewis, who then gives it off to Burt. Burt up to Ferreira, trying to get it back to Argueta, and now Burt gets tied up. And let's see which way this one goes. It will go against Jordan Burt. And Yuma will try to get the quick restart. Salgado was streaking down the near side. Salgado threw his hands up like, so we take a look at the foul again. Salgado has hands up like, dude, hit me. And Laura Rodriguez had not given the go-ahead to take the free kick.
Another change-up coming for El Paso Locomotive on the far side of the field. Might be Richie Ryan checking in. We'll get a confirmation of that here in just a second. It's El Paso switch things out to their left to Fox.
Bounces over Morris's head as well as Servos. Both men saying it's going their way, and the referee says Switchbacks ball.
El Paso substitution.
It will be Richie Ryan checking in for El Paso Locomotive.
This substitution is brought to you by the William J. Hibble Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more.
So will be the second change made by El Paso. Richie Ryan will come in for Chapa Herrera. Ryan on the season, this will be his 7th appearance, has yet to register a goal or an assist. So again, Ryan for Herrera, our UCCS substitution.
Good player, Richie Ryan. He'll bring experience into that midfield for the Locomotive. Chris Reeves gets on the end of this one.
Gets that one up to Lewis. Now Burt plays it up, knocked away by El Paso. Now Jordan Burt to Lewis. Back to Burt. Switchbacks, building. Ball played over to Austin Dewing. Dewing trying to give it off to Luke Ferreira. So Gatto and Lewis battling, and this one will go off of Lewis. And it'll be a throw-in for El Paso Locomotive.
14 years. Let us help guide you to
Salgado doesn't have put himself about since coming into this game. He's been in the wars early on. Good hold-up play again there. Turn the Locomotive a throw-in that Fox will take.
Ryan just checking into the game. We'll pass that over to Jerome. His pass taken away by Switchbacks FC. Christian Valesky trying to get it away from Yuma. The problem is Yuma has some help defensively.
Yeah, good covering from Yuma.
Now Kurimoto takes possession. As nip and tuck as his things were in the first half, it seems like referees letting quite a bit go here in the second half. Ball sent in. It deflected off of someone. And the Switchbacks arguing that should be a corner kick. And I think they're going to win the argument. Ketterer not pleased. As we take a look at this again, Roland.
Yeah, you can see there just flicking off the toe.
Well, you knew it was deflected. I think what Ketterer was trying to do is say that it was still in. As this Phil Long corner kick is returned right back to whence it came, and El Paso sends that one away. That corner kick brought to you by Phil Long Family of Dealerships. Colorado drives Phil Long. Lewis with possession in the midfield. Week ago today, the Switchbacks could not find the back of the net against New Mexico. Will they be shut out for a second straight week? And now Laura Rodriguez having to come in and deal with another kerfuffle.
Marcos is a proud sponsor of the Switchbacks. Please visit marcos.com.
And it's King once again.
For your carryout.
Shocker. It's Ferreira dribbling in. Here comes King. He cleared the ball cleanly.
Yeah, just leaving a little bit extra in there. Looking for the contact. Gets it with Ferreira. Offers a slightly less than helping hand up. And we've reached our second half hydration break.
Now, in the first half, the hydration break kind of took away the flow of the game. Maybe it will place the flow of the game back here in the second half as both teams go to the side, get hydrated, get chatting up, and we'll chat it up about what has turned into a very interesting Golden Boot race. But first, let's take a look at some of the scores around the USL Championship.
Yeah, that Birmingham game just went final with Memphis 901, 2-2. Tampa Bay Rowdies getting a good win over Atlanta United. And Sporting Kansas City looks like they're on their way to 3 points with 3 goals. 70th minute against the Energy. Pittsburgh Riverhounds and St. Louis, 2-1 to the Riverhounds at halftime.
Of course, none of those teams reside in Group C, but still worth taking a look at how some of the other teams are faring. Here's the upcoming schedule, and most of them have a common theme. Home against Austin, home against New Mexico, home against El Paso, home against OKC. this is not only is it not early anymore in this resumed season, Roland, but to have this many home games, we keep talking about it. This is a huge opportunity for Switchbacks FC.
It really is, to build some continuity here at home before they finally go back out on the road. We'll take a look at the El Paso Locomotive upcoming schedule. Real Monarchs, Switchbacks again here in Colorado Springs, New Mexico United, San Antonio FC, and then another fixture with the Switchbacks, that one down in far west Texas. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler when September rolls around down in El Paso. George Labisi coming on for the Switchbacks. Excuse me, go ahead, Ryan.
I was just going to say the same thing you were going to say. A UCCS substitution as George Labisi, the South African, checks in for Alan Koch's side. Exciting player. Opened his ledger just a couple of weeks ago in terms of goal scoring.
Attention fans,
looking to build on that as we have a El Paso player down. It is Brian Rebelon. He's been taking some shots here tonight. He's been down on the ground more than once.
Yeah, he has. Switchbacks player as well down. Players just using this for a little more communication, maybe even a little more hydration, get a confirmation there. That UCCS substitution, Labisi on, Ferreira out. Going on 4 in the morning back in South Africa. It's either a late night or an early morning, however you look at it. And George Labisi with his army of fans, I'm sure are tuned in.
Yeah, the Switchbacks really haven't had a player with quite the following that George Labisi does. It's really cool to see how they support their fellow countrymen. Well, no matter where they're playing soccer, be it in the United States or Europe or anywhere else, as doing, sends this one in. Valesky was on the far post, but Ketterer was in between the two gentlemen, and we'll pull that one out of the air.
Yeah, good footwork by Logan Ketterer. That ball just hanging up in the air a little bit, and in the end, Ketterer plucks that one out of the air and restarts for El Paso.
Fox trying to get this one to Salgado. He just gets his head down and runs, doesn't he? Waits for the ball to end up on his feet. Switchbacks have possession. This one taken away, very patient by Yuma, just waiting for the player to come to him and gently dispossess the ball.
Yeah, nice step forward from center midfield once again from the captain, Yuma. He's played a good game in the absence of Nick Ross this evening for El Paso.
Fox sends this one over to Ryan. Now Jerome with it. Little chip on for Salgado. El Paso has it in the box. Switchbacks need to defend here. Salgado's shot is blocked. And then Lewis gets taken out hard. Fans want a card on Richie Ryan. And that's debatable, but no choice for Ryan. He just had to go in there hard and make sure that Lewis didn't get
great
that
sliding
ball.
challenge.
As we look at the Switchbacks team defending, and the ball comes out, and again, Ryan getting in there. He will get issued a Hanson Hot Springs yellow card, but you don't fault the decision making by Ryan. He had to make sure that Lewis wasn't going to break down the field.
Yeah, he had to stop either ball or man there. Richie Ryan put in a difficult position, takes the yellow card for the team, but it was a good block, really good block by Ever Rubio for the Switchbacks just moments prior to that breakout from Colorado Springs.
And for Richie Ryan, that'll be his first yellow card of the season. And we've had a few Hanson Hot Springs yellow cards this evening. Going to have a restart. There's still moves to be made by both of these teams. It'll be a joint chiropractic free kick, improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care. Only one change so far for Switchbacks FC. 2, I'm sorry. George Labisi just came in. So 2 for each side so far. Of course, they have more than that. But we've mentioned throughout the broadcast, Ross, Becky, a couple of key players unavailable for El Paso. I say that they have more substitutions available to them, but I don't know if they'll decide to use those. They don't have many more guys left to bring into the game.
Yeah, it was interesting to see Ross and Becky not on the team sheet when we got here to Widener Field. Hopefully they're not dealing with an injury, maybe just resting up for this trip across the Rocky Mountains for El Paso after playing in Sandy, Utah last weekend against the defending champion Rail Monarchs.
Good. And here comes Salgado with the head of steam, as always. Jordan Burt helps him down to the turf. Salgado
Tonight's fan of the match
wondering
wins is all of the fans.
Why?
In section 115. Congratulations, 115.
Yeah, he's been a real handful, Omar Salgado.
In their own crazy way.
And he'll try to get on the end of this one. Dylan Mara is coming across to take it. Man who just lived for the Color Red in college, made his way from Louisville over to Indiana before finishing out his NCAA career. Spent the last couple seasons down in Miami. Excuse me, Ryan.
Joint chiropractic, improving quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care. So the free kick is headed out by Switchbacks FC. Austin Doing with it down the near side. Salgado tried to stop him, and Ryan knocks the ball out. Hey, you think Salgado v. Doing that Salgado would do whatever he wanted, but Austin just scooted away from him.
Yeah, Austin Doing's got the pace all day. Good hold up play there with his back to goal and just took a nasty bounce right in front of Andre Lewis. That'll go out for an El Paso throw in taken by Fox.
Jerome with it in the middle of the field. Fans getting into it here late in the contest. Switchbacks looking for their first win since the season was resumed.
Thank the Icelandic national team once again for this Viking clap that seems to be at every sporting event these days.
It's a dope clap, though.
It has its moments.
Ball downfield to Ketterer. Now to Jerome. Fans getting a little restless here. As nearly a bad turnover by El Paso, as if any turnover is a good one. Ball sent downfield. Salgado battling with Jordan Burt. Burt says, how about a little push? Here's Ryan to Rebelon. Now back across the midfield stripe to Jerome. Chipped over to the near side. Andre Lewis, good pursue, but he's going to lose it out, and this will result in a Pikes Peak National Bank corner kick. Not ideal for Switchbacks FC to concede a corner this late in the contest.
Yeah, especially with Salgado now on the pitch. They'll bring their center backs forward as well in their own time. As you said, for this Pikes Peak National Bank corner kick, it's unlucky for Andre Lewis. Good hustling back. Just couldn't keep that ball from going out for the corner.
Pikes Peak National Bank, bank well, be well. Morris will take this one, no doubt looking for Salgado. Or maybe not. Headed away by Switchbacks FC. Now Yuma tracks it down. Yuma sending it in. Rodriguez battling in midair, takes some contact, and that's going to draw a whistle here.
Company has a brand new locker house.
Yeah, good goalkeeping from Abe Rodriguez. Made the call early, came out, got a punch to it in the end, but it was just leaned into right when he's up in the air. Get a good look at it there. Bit of an arm flying across his face as well. That'll go for the Switchbacks as Mamadi Kamara about to check in for the Switchbacks to replace Andre Lewis, I believe.
Learn more at HimmelsCenter.org.
Yep, the young Canadian Mamadi Kamara going to check in. Alan Koch certainly going for the win here, replacing a midfielder with a forward. As Kamara comes in on the UCCS substitution. Kamara, seventh appearance, has yet to score a goal. He can go ahead and do that tonight. I think the Switchbacks will be pleased with that. Christian Valesky with it on the far side. Up to Kamara, back to Valesky. Now Labisi to Valesky, to a foul.
Yeah, and Christian Valesky not at all thrilled with that one. Just going to have to be walked away. Laura Rodriguez going to give him the Hanson Hot Springs yellow card for Christian Valesky for that reaction after that foul.
Valesky not at all pleased.
Christian Valesky.
Valesky this year, his first yellow card.
Hanson Hot Springs Spas.
Hanson Hot Springs yellow card. What are we up to? 6 tonight for these two clubs.
Once again, we saw Yuma involved in the conversation. El Paso captain Logan Ketter will get this ball back underway. Yuma, the captain for El Paso. Goalkeeper Logan Ketter, there he is. Locomotive look like they're ready to make a change on the far side of the field. Next dead ball.
And a deep drive headed away by Switchbacks. Now taken away by Austin Dewing. Chance for the Switchbacks to break the other way. Dewing with a lot of pace ahead of Yuma. Tries to play this one over. Gets it to Labisi. Labisi trying to get back to Dewing, and it was deflected away. Burt now has it. Jordan Burt gets away from his man. Sends it far post. Cleared out by El Paso. Not all the way out, though. Switchbacks FC back in control.
That there will be a minimum of 4 minutes added to the end of the game.
Just hearing that it will be 4 minutes of additional time. So plenty of time for both of these sides. Labisi, top of the 18, gives this one off. Now Kamara just into the match, tries to swing it in, and it's headed away. Corner kick coming up.
Great sequence for the Switchbacks in the end. Mamadi Kamara looking for that cross, just headed out by Richie Ryan. And it will be the PLS corner kick for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
As this corner kick brought to you by PLS Mechanical. And now here comes the, perhaps the substitution. Yes, the substitution. So Leandro Carrillo coming in for Gomez. Carrillo on the season. This will be his first appearance of the year for El Paso. What a spot to come into.
Straight into the mix for the young Brazilian. He'll go right in to defend in front of his goalkeeper.
Crowd getting loud here. Ball sent in and a whistle. And even after all that time, we weren't ready for the corner kick. So we'll try this one again. Labisi going to send it in, out in front, and cleared by El Paso. Kurimoto to the near side for Labisi. Labisi going far post, headed again by El Paso. Ball comes down to Dewing. Now Rubio pressing forward. He gets taken down. And they're not going to call a foul against El Paso. They're going to call it against Switchbacks FC. My goodness.
Yeah, really unlucky for Ronnie Argueta driving the Switchbacks forward there after winning the ball. A couple good crosses in from George Labisi. Ball cleared well by the Locomotive. You see Ronnie Argueta being pushed into the ground. Not sure what Ronnie Argueta is being asked to do there. Seemed like a difficult one to go against the player we featured in the pregame. But Logan Ketter ready to get this ball back underway.
So Ketter will send this one up. What an opportunity it was for Switchbacks FC. But good defending by El Paso. Not done yet, though. Although that won't help. Ball going out. El Paso with a throw-in. Paso with a header. Goes out. Switchback's going to have it. This might be the last gasp for the home side. I mean, a draw is a result, but given that they are 7 points down to El Paso, they really wanted the 3 points tonight.
Yeah, and the Switchbacks started so well. Thought in that opening half an hour, Switchbacks deserved to take the lead, but in the end, you've seen some quality and some experience from El Paso just to grind this one out, turn it into a real chippy game. They've had some good moments going forward as well, have the visitors in the Locomotive, but they just haven't been able to put Abe Rodriguez under too much pressure in that Switchbacks net. And in the end, it's going to be a disappointing 0-0 draw for both teams.
And the standings will stay where they are, with each team getting a point. Unless Rodriguez tried to send it downfield, came weird off of the side of his foot and out of play, and that will do it.
And tonight's final score is El Paso Locomotive FC 0.
Like I said, Roland, it's a result, but it's not the result the Switchbacks wanted. They'll get a point, but they'll give a point as well, and they get no closer in the Group C as we take a look at our Centura Sports Medicine moment of the match. Certainly could have been worse right there. Could have been the game-winning goal. But the Switchbacks up for defending, and our Better Business Bureau man of the match, Joan Servos, certainly assisted in that defensive effort, but was hoping that he would be on the offensive side of things tonight. But no such luck. 0-0. Each team gets a point here at Widener Field. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it up after this.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. Everybody on the floor now!
My, what a lovely tattoo you have.
I always love this.
So say your prayers.
No one was supposed to die.
I got the devil in me.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. Little pigs, little pigs, little pigs, little pigs.
The future of soccer in Colorado Springs is happening now. Join the Colorado Switchbacks FC, Fox 21, and SoCo CW as the move to a beautiful new downtown stadium begins. For the ultimate 2021 Switchbacks experience, go to switchbacksfc.com to purchase your $25 membership deposit now. Plus, a portion of the proceeds for downtown deposits will be donated to Care and Share Food Bank for Southern Colorado and the Senior Resource Council.
Fox 21's Loving Living Local is exploring outdoor Colorado in this awesome Jeep Wrangler, sponsored by Perkins Motors. And now is your chance to win big. Snap a pic of you enjoying the Colorado outdoors and upload it to fox21news.com. Plus, tune in to Loving Living Local for special stories highlighting our beautiful state. Then, at the end of the year, one lucky winner will receive a gift certificate for a 2-year prepaid lease on a brand new Jeep Wrangler from Perkins Motors. Show us how you outdoor Colorado.
Back to Widener Field. No goals tonight. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and El Paso Locomotive FC settling for the 0-0 draw. As we take a look here at some of the further statistical information, and this tells the story of, for the most part, the Switchbacks being the better team, although El Paso in the second half certainly made an argument, Roland, but we've seen this far too often. Too many stats go in the Switchbacks' direction, except the goals.
Yeah, and this will go in the book as a hard-fought 0-0 draw. That possession stat very even. Saw those yellow cards starting to mount up in that one. Certainly a chippy game at times. In the end, hard-fought point from both teams.
Well, and for the Switchbacks, it's about them, right? They're a rebuilding franchise. They'll be disappointed that they can't get any closer to El Paso, but you look at what the result was a couple weeks ago to what it is tonight. You see it like the New Mexico series, that this team is improving. This team is getting closer.
Yeah, progress is being made. It certainly is. I said it before. I'll say it again. That opening 30 minutes from the Switchbacks, they played some really good soccer, put El Paso under a ton of pressure. Let us not forget, this is a really quality team here in the Locomotive. They went where they did last year on the backs of being one of the better teams in the Western Conference of the USL Championship. And in the end, 0-0. No real great chances for either team, and certainly none that were put away. Obviously, the Switchbacks hit the post, ended up being called offside. Maybe the best chance that the Switchbacks had during this one.
Well, and they won't have to wait long to get back at it. They're going to host Austin Bold this coming Wednesday, and a chance for them to get on the right side of things. Tonight, it was a compelling matchup, an evenly fought matchup, but at the end, no one could find a way to solve Ketterer or Rodriguez. For our outstanding crew and my broadcast partner, Roland Vargas, I'm Ryan Coffin. Have a great rest of your night. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll talk to you soon.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.